Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So you can see I already have a packed table and I'll explain why after we go through a couple of things. First of all, today's advent calendar, day 18. This is, I can't believe how close we are to Christmas. This is the cutest. They are all adorable in this little package and they are all different. Love them. Thank you so much for this. This is so fun to open every day. And here is the day 18. And today is Don and my 32nd anniversary. So that's special. And we were going to do a special project, but we just haven't had time. We're swamped over here. This is beautiful. This is like a metallic-y gold. So we need a name for C3 that will go beautiful for this. So make sure you stick your names in the comments. Yesterday's, well, long time ago for you, but catching up with me, this is the one that I have picked for a comment. So I named D1 Stonewash, and the person that I chose named it Blue Steel. And that person was AJ2871. So AJ2871, I'm going to be putting your name on the list for Dianca Pours. So hopefully one of you guys will win. Maybe multiple of you will win. So that's what I need for this one. So get me a name for this beautiful gold. And again, you guys are all asking why I'm not using them. I'm not using them because I'm waiting until they're available. There's not a ton in these packages. So I want to make sure you can get your hands on them if you like them when I start using them. So there's like this much in the package. So I don't want to use a sample every day because I'll probably want to use it, and we'll go through all of them. Today, in my real life, 2 weeks ago for you, I just did the Let's Resin Amazon Live. And I poured the 2 axolotls, put them in the pressure pot. Today is the next morning. We're going to unmold those later today. This was the extra. And bling those up. But a lot of you wanted to know, so the cornstarch thing was a fail. It was a fail for just sitting on the board. I did not do it in a pressure pot, which I possibly can do. I think I will. I'm going to try to find a small little mold, put it in the pressure pot and see if that makes a difference, because I don't want to waste. I wasted a lot of resin the other day doing that. This one I'm pouring one more time. Normal, just pouring it in using blue ink. That's it. So I'm not even going to mess around with that because I've already messed it up a couple times. I'm going to do this one. This is like a Christmas gift jar. And this is the Christmas tree. So I'm going to put the baby powder, not really baby powder. Actually, I'm using this one. Body powder, Gold Bond. I'm going to put the powder in both of these because they're shiny, and you guys wanted to know if it works in a shiny mold. I'm going to put one in the pressure pot and one, this has 2.5 ounces, one, let me rewrite that, on the table. So I left the cornstarch one on the table. So this goes on the table. Let me just write that so I don't forget what I'm doing. And I'm going to put this one in the pressure pot. So I'm not going to get super fancy because I don't know if it's going to work. I was going to like paint gold on the bow and the ribbon going down the sides, but that's a ton of cleanup. And if it's a total fail, then I don't want to be wasting that much time. So I'm just going to pour it in red, scarlet red. If it comes out beautiful, I'll paint the bow and then we'll seal it in with some UV resin. That one, again, I'm just going to leave it sit on the table, cure, so you guys know if its shiny mold works. Let me go find a mold and get a color for that one and get a shiny mold for the cornstarch. Before I start, I had these gifts sitting next to me and I totally forgot. I got a gorgeous, amazing top 3 gifts from Kalina. Kalina sent us belated birthday and Merry Christmas. I hope you like these. There's nothing in resin I can offer you, so I sent something I know. Love your videos. They have taught me so much about this medium. I have just begun. Thank you for all you do. She says, P.S. I put a cotton field in for Don to remind him of his time in Georgia. You guys, look at the artisticness of Kalina. Look at this. She painted this. She's got her name here. And she told me in an email after I received it that she hopes it looks like Peanut because she didn't have a picture of him. So she must have went by memory. One up, one ear down, one ear up, just like normal. He looks exactly like Peanut, Kalina. I love this. I am going to be framing this, and this is going on my wall somewhere. It is beautiful. And then she made this, and I know you're not going to be able to see the entire thing under my camera. This is a huge wooden box. I'll show you. It's a wooden box, and she burnt the sides of it, and then she painted the top of this. Look at this scene that she painted. She says the cotton fields over here for Don because he went and grabbed some cotton while we were in Georgia. American flag, the deer that he loves to hunt so much, a farm that we like wish for in our dreams. It is a stunningly beautiful piece. Kalina, it is massive. I absolutely love this, and this is going on display in my home where everybody could see it. Thank you so much. I don't even know. People are so talented, so very talented. It's amazing. That's to me, resin, I don't know. I don't feel talented pouring resin, but when people can do artwork like that, it blows my mind. That's talent to me. Okay, let's get back to this. So I picked out some colors. I'm going with the dark green mica powder for this Christmas tree. Resin dye in light green. This is the one I'm going to do in the cornstarch for the pressure pot. Trying to keep this right in my head. So let me turn these over. I don't want to get cornstarch in anything I don't want it in. So I'm just going to dust this with the cornstarch just like I did and tap most of it out. So this is a shiny mold, and we'll see if it works in a shiny mold because I know that the flower that I did was not shiny. And what I did last couple days was a shiny mold. However, it dulled it sitting on my table as it was curing. So I wasn't too thrilled about that one. Trying to get it all out so it doesn't cake in there. You just want the slightest little bit is what I did in the flour. It's not like I know what we need because I'm still trying to work this out. I can't find the video anywhere of people saying that our cornstarch was used. I searched and searched and searched, and the only thing that I come up with cornstarch is when they're using cornstarch to thicken their resin. I can't find anybody doing it on the mold itself. So if you know who it is, send me the link. I really am interested to see how they did it. These two are going to be the baby powder. Does this cap come off? I don't think so. Okay, I'm just going to pour some in here. What did I do? Close it? Yes. And I'll just move it around with my brush here. Again, trying to get as little as possible. So this one goes on my table to cure. Again, I'm trying to do this so you guys who do not have a pressure pot knows if it's worth it or not. I hate to see you guys waste your resin. All right, that looks pretty good. Looks nice and dull now. My guess is it's going to dull it, but that's just my guess. I have no idea. Do I really want to do this one? This is a big one. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, we're going to do it. All right. Did it now. I have a feeling it's going to dull. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe we'll like the dull pigment paste. Says nobody ever. I don't know. All right, that's good. There's not much in there left over. I can't remember how much this one holds. I'm guessing maybe 6 ounces. Let's just spread it around. See what happens. I don't know. What is your guess before the video is over? Tell me what your guess is, and then we'll see how many of us got this right. That will be fun. Trying to get it everywhere. And then I'll tap it out. I don't know if it's on the sides or not. Actually, I could flip this inside out. It's not going to hurt anything because I don't have any color going in here to mess up. So let's get some all over this edge. It's easy enough to put back in place. Again, I'm going to take out as much as I can so I don't have anything like caked in here. It smells good in here, put it that way. Okay. That's good. We're going to vacuum up my little table. And let's go make some resin.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage.
I've got it all mixed and split. I hope I'm correct in what I'm doing. So this one is for the coaster, which is going to be blue. Try to get this all straight in my head. I know I've messed up in the past, and I just want something transparent for that. I just want to see the beautiful sparkle. Oh, that's just clear. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to leave that one really light. I just want a little bit of color so you guys can see its full beauty, because I have not been doing it justice in the recent past. And I'm going to vacuum chamber everything just because I'm going to. I want the ones sitting on the table definitely to go through there, but let's give everything the best chance possible. Since I'm using it anyway, we're going to do that. All right. What was I doing? This one is going to be the mica powder. This one is the green for the little tree. I'll either have a lot to finish this afternoon or nothing to finish this afternoon. We shall see. This is probably way too much for that. I'm sure my ratio is off for everything, but we're going with it. All right, mica powder, mica powder. You know what? I'm just going to take my chances and mix it in here, since it's just an experiment anyway. But if it was not an experiment, I would be dissolving that mica powder in alcohol. So I'll mix. I'm still going to mix it really good. I obviously don't want anything unmixed, but not my preferred method anymore, especially with all these little grooves in this cup. I hope it comes out good. I mean, you can always, I guess I could always spray it to shine it back up, unless it looks good matte, but I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't take the mattiness away, if that's a word. But I have a feeling it's going to. And while that one sits and I see if anything floats, we're going to do this. This is Scarlet by Rolio. This is a great colored pigment paste for Christmas. And since I'm kind of sticking with that theme for the box, I figured I will do a pigment paste for a change. You just have to make sure this is really, really, really mixed up, because you will have unmixed pigment paste on your product. See how that doesn't come off my stick? I don't want it on there when I'm stirring.
Yeah, you do.
Hi, Mr. Glitz.
Hi, lovely people.
I know their hair looks nice, right?
Oh, look, it does.
Let me just get this stirred really good. I'll check the mica, see if they're floating. And get them in the pressure pot. Get them in the vacuum chamber. Let's see. What does it look like going down the side? I don't see unmixed on there. Let's check this one. Oh, did pretty good. One more stir. And let's get these all transferred over and let's sing our favorite song.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright, rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky.
I have these two on my little tray that Don built me for the pressure pot. I did not get all the bubbles out of the red because it doesn't like the pigment paste in the vacuum chamber, but that shouldn't matter because it's going in the pressure pot. So since I cannot spray these with anything, I do want to squeeze the tip of this because it will probably give me a bubble up there. I see one and it keeps going down. I just need to get it to pop. I think I got it. If not, I generally put a pearl at the top to fill in the bubble. So let's hope this is shiny. Oh goodness. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if it's not completely filled up. It's just going to be a little bit shorter of a tree. But it was not a bad guess. I almost got it. I may be mixing more for the red. I don't know. I hate to not have things proper if they're going to come out right. Oh, look at that. That's not mixed. Let me get a little stir stick. That is not mixed. I just created a bunch of bubbles, but again, that's why we put it in the pressure pot. I just want to mix that up. Or we'll have an uncured spot. There we go. Can't see it anymore. That looks good. Let's see all the bubbles that are still rising in here. Let's do this. And see if we end up with a matte jar. Again, I can always spray seal it. It's not that big of a deal. I think I had about 6.5 ounces in this jar, in this cup, I should say. I do want to kind of coat this one though. Give it its best chance. All right. Just fill it up and I will run my tool around this edge. Oh, I had enough. That's good. Whoops. You could see through the mold so you could see if there's bubbles or not. I don't see any. I'm not going to mess with it since there isn't any. Let me spritz this top, get rid of those. I do have a little red left to do something with. I'm going to transfer these over to the pot and then we'll pour the rest. That is all set. I'm just going to spritz this one because I want this one to be beautiful this time. Pour this in. And find some extras molds. Of course I didn't know how much this held. That holds maybe 2 ounces. Maybe. And then this one, again, not going to spritz. I'm just going to pour it in and hope. You know what? I'm going to just go from an angle and coat the sides. Hoping I don't have that bubble at the top because I can't see it through mica powder. And just fill it up. Oh wow, look at that. Almost the perfect amount. Not too bad. Scrape it out. Okay, that one's done. Not as high as it should be, but that's okay. Nobody will ever know. It's a little bit taller than that. Let's clean that off. Couple bubbles coming up. Now, the last time I did the cornstarch, I don't remember. I did write it down. Baby powder. Okay, there's baby powder in this one. when I did that cornstarch on the table, it was bubbling like crazy for like 20 minutes. So I have a feeling this might do the same thing. This could be, and I don't have 20 minutes to babysit this today. So we might have a whole bunch of bubbles on the top of that. That one's good. I'm just going to push these back so I can find something for these. Red and blue, I don't really want to mix those together. I guess, I don't know. Let me find something. I ran the red back through the vacuum chamber just because I was a little worried about the bubbles that I didn't get out. I'm going to make another flower. I should have put this in the pressure pot and I didn't because I really want another good one. But if it's not, it's okay. I'll make a keychain or something. Just got to squish this one because it's got a lot of little crevices to get bubbles stuck in. We'll see. I've got a couple ounces to do. And I know the molds that I picked are like really shallow. So hopefully, although that 3D butterfly is not. Let me just, trying to give this one its best chance to life. Come on, Bubbles. Why aren't you popping today? I don't understand. There we go. I'm going to put this in my 5 or 6 petals, whatever it is, so that I don't get a bubble in the tip. Of course, it went out everywhere on me. And that's what this is for. Get you back in there. Okay, push that one. Let's do, we got these birds here, and I've got this little duck. We'll do a blue duck. These are going to look the best in an alcohol ink anyway. I guess I could change the color, but that's okay. I like this color. It's my favorite blue. Oops, not too much. Put that up in the wing. Looks good. Get it down in the beak. And then this little one. Down that tail, so thin. You need a dotting tool for this one. Let me get a skinny one. And there's a bubble right there. Right there in that gem. Now make sure this one is like completely cured before you pull anything out. That little tail is going to take quite a while because it's so thin. And it's full. Just want to get that bubble out of that gemstone. I think I got it. Let it rise. All right, let's do, move this. I got these butterflies out. Everybody is loving these things. Don has made so many of these butterfly molds. And you do get both of them when you purchase, except he's making them separately for you. So it won't be in like a one mold thing like this. You'll get 2 separate molds. Now I have this powder in here from something I must have put on there, and I should have had it cleaned. So you know what? That one's going to be red, so we don't see much of it. I don't want that to be on my blue. And these, if you demold while they're soft, you can change the wings. flip the wings up and let it cure that way with some tape or something and have a three-dimensional butterfly. We'll do this one red too. Why not? That's that. Probably going to need more molds. And do I want a red butterfly? No, I think I want a blue one. Make sure those wings are full. It's getting really sticky. It's been out for a while. Let me find my spatula. Whoops. That looks good. Since we're on the butterfly thing, I'll pull out my three-dimensional butterfly. Or my water ripple, not my, this is my three-dimensional. My water ripple. I do want to pop some bubbles over here though that finally surfaced in my bird. And here. Come on. Let me pull out my water ripple. Where is it? Right here. I don't know if I have enough. I should have enough red. Get that in there. Should have plenty of red. I just need to squish the wingtips on this one. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of red left. We'll see if this is still a shiny mold. I've used it so many times again. This is my second one I've gone through. But it's starting to get dull because I've used it so many times. They don't last forever, unfortunately. I wish they did. Okay, that looks good. Just another drop. And what can I put this in? Got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. How about some turtles? We got some crystal turtles here. Can't go wrong with them. Just, it's really starting to thicken up. Has it really been that long? Well, probably has actually. Mixing is counted, and then I vacuum chambered twice. I paused to put in the pressure pot. So yeah, you're talking, I'm at my maximum time frame here. And then I think I'll do this one. If I don't have enough, I'll pour the rest of the blue behind and see what happens. So the blue is definitely getting thick. Yeah, I don't have enough. So maybe we'll get some kind of crazy effect on this one. Although it's a crystal turtle, we might not. I'm going to put some of this in there. And then I'll just put the rest in my giveaway mold, that's all. I do want to mix that up and give it a little bit of a chance. See what happens. All right, I'm going to put that in the giveaway snail that I have filling up, and see you on Demold. Boy, do we have a lot of unmolding to do. Hopefully I don't have a ton of work tonight, but that's okay. So let's do extras first. This was an extra red, which is the cute little turtle with a star on his back. And then this one was a little bit of both. Cute, just gemstones on that one's back. Here is the red water ripple butterfly. Very good. No bubbles on the tips, Just going to add a few stones to that one. So that one's good. We have, this one was extra, which I did not put in the vacuum chamber or the pressure pot. Let's see how well it did. Come on. Got to be careful pulling them out because the little petal makers, you can rip them, you know, they're not indestructible. All right, I got a couple bubbles. I should have stuck it in the pressure pot. So this is going to turn into a magnet or a keychain or a tag or something, but it's very pretty. Look at the sparkles on that baby. Very nice. Too bad for the bubbles. Let's see if this one has bubbles. This one I think I had this in the pressure pot yesterday. Yeah, good. Not a bubble anywhere. Perfect. I'm just going to trim that one and save that for a extra master for me. This is the extra 3-dimensional butterfly. Came out beautiful. Not too bad. A few bubbles, but can't really tell. All right, that was all the extras. What do we got here? So we've got the duck in blue. Not too bad. Here, let me grab a paper towel here. So that's light blue. You know, if you wanted to really always see that blue instead of seeing it like that, you can always put a back coat. Maybe I'll do that for you. Put a back coat of white on there so you always see the blue. That wouldn't be too hard because we have the white Let's Resin UV resin real quick. Same thing with that. If you want to see the blue, just back coat it and you'll, oh, I'm missing some of his beak. That totally stinks. Maybe I'll file it down. He's going to have a short beak today. I didn't get it all the way up underneath there, which I should have done. Let's see what this one looks like. Not bad. Nice and sparkly. Really pretty. I just need to trim those edges. And then we have the butterflies. Pretty good. I don't see any bubbles anywhere. And then this butterfly. Oh, these were extras. That's right. Sometimes you get little silicone bits. Not too bad. Nice and shiny. All right. Let's see. Let's do the axolotls from the other day. And I'm going to have to get these all glammed up. These are not that easy to unmold. Gotta do their little feet. Maybe I'll try to spritz some alcohol down in there today. I haven't done that yet. But getting it separated, maybe that'll work. Just gotta get it all the way around his little head. Loosen it up. Maybe I'll get some down in here. Get him all loosened up to get him out a little easier, I hope. I hope his gills are good. Oh, look at that. It pops right out from the tail, and I bet we can just peel this off now. Oh, I forgot about his gills need to come out first. Can't just rip it off. Come on. This one's a little challenging. It always has been for me. There may be a trick, but I have not poured him enough times to know what the trick is. There we go. Carefully. He's fully cured, obviously. It's been a couple days. And he's fully cooled. So I don't feel like I'm going to break him or anything. Oh, there we go. There he is. The red one. It looks amazing. I don't see any bubbles anywhere. So we're going to glam that one up. And let's get this one out. Let me see if I could pop some alcohol down into his chin again. Come on. That seemed to work good on the last one. Loosen up his tail, his back. Break that seal. All right, let's get his tail out. He is very sharp on the bottom. I'm trying not to cut myself. It's the gills I want out first. Come on. There we go. There we go. And there is the dark green. That is really pretty. I like how the mica powders do patterns on these guys' backs. It looks just really natural for them. Not that I really know what they look like because I think they're white and pink. But I like that. Looks good. He's got all of his toes. I do need to trim all that stuff off of him so he's not so sharp. Okay, this is the coaster, just in blue. Let's just show you how gorgeous it is. Oh, I think I sprayed too much alcohol because I left the little spritz marks on the back. But look at that crystal edge. Really pretty. Got a few bubbles right there. I wonder if it's in my mold. Can't. Oh, I think it is in my mold. There's a line of bubbles right there. So we'll have to top coat that for the perfect finish. And I'll sand that, maybe put a back coat on that to get that scuff. They're not scuff marks, but I think I oversprayed the alcohol in there. It floated to the surface and then it kind of cured in there. That's the first time I've ever had that happen. But yeah, I have a little line of bubbles right there in the silicone from the mold. So maybe I can just put a little sticker in there since I need to top coat it anyway. And maybe I'll drill a hole and make an ornament. I'm not sure. Let me think about that one. But that is the cute, they call it a tray, I think, but it's too small for a coaster. It's really, really small. Okay, so we have, let's see, I wrote down notes. The cornstarch was in the small tree. This was in the pressure pot, right? Because I did it cornstarch the other day on my table and it did not work. Okay, that's right. This was in the pressure pot. It's been sitting on my table for a little while, so I can't remember what I pulled out. This was the shiny mold with cornstarch. That's what we're looking at. And it's like, you can still see shine, but you can also see that it could have been shinier. It's not horrible. And there's no bubbles at all. Not even that tip. There's not one bubble in here, you guys. Well, that could be from the pressure pot, but kind of, I mean, I'm not going to say you lost your shine because it is kind of shiny. It's just not as perfectly shiny as it would have been without the cornstarch putting in the pressure pot. So I'm not going to call that a fail. I think it's pretty good. It is perfectly clear in there. But you can see a little bit of matteness, if that's a word, from that cornstarch. All right, so the baby powder we did in the tree. This one did not go in the pressure pot, right? Gosh, I can't even remember what I did and didn't do at this point. I know the jar went in there. And oh, we were testing the shininess of the mold with the baby powder. Hang on, I'm trying not to touch the inside of my mold, but I also do not want to. I'm going to try to spritz down in there. Maybe it'll pop out because I don't have gloves on. Trying not to touch the inside of my mold. Hang on, I got to do this off camera. Trying ever so carefully. So this was baby powder in a shiny mold. And let's see here. So it is not as shiny. So baby powder stopped the bubbles but it didn't keep the shine. So we got a good casting of it. We just didn't get the shine from the shiny mold. See all that shine in there? It didn't transfer through the baby powder. So there's your answer for that one, and probably the same for this one. This was, yep. So we didn't get the shine. It's not bad. It's not matte. It's kind of like semi-shiny. But we don't have any bubbles in it. It looks really good. Let's see if I can get this one out. Break the seal here. Let me grab some gloves. I don't want to fingerprint this up. All right, I just flipped it all the way inside out so I could pull it out this way without messing up the mold. There we go. Goodness, that was hard. So it's not entirely horrible, but it would have been much shinier if I didn't put the baby powder in, but the bubbles are nowhere to be seen. So it does do its job, I'm going to say that, but it will slightly take away a little bit of the shine. So there's your answer to all of those questions. So you take with it what you want out of that experiment. If you don't mind the fact that it's going to dull it up, because it's great that you don't have bubbles, you can always spray seal it with clear gloss spray sealer. Is it worth the, is it worth it? I don't know. I think it might be. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish all of this up. This is going to take me quite a while. First, I always trim first. Always trim. I'll use my Resin Restore to get rid of the trimming marks, and then I will bling these up. I'm going to figure out what, if anything, that I want to do with this. It definitely needs a top coat of some sort. So let me see what I have for that. I'm going to put you in a fast forward. Enjoy the music. I'll be right back.
Michelle's got her apron tied, resin's ready to pour. Christmas axolotls, one red, one green, her craft's a holy chore. Red jar wrapped with a go-go sparkling in the light. She hums a hymn to Jesus, working through the night. Glitz and glitter, her little shop shines. Blue trays of sea life, her work divine. With birds and butterflies, her hands make art, serving the Lord with all her heart.
That blue sea life trays like an ocean dream. Each tiny detail glows, catching the gleam.
Small blue pieces, birds, butterflies in flight.
Her face the compass,
Guiding her through the night. She prays as she pours
each piece of prayer.
a touch of heaven in the resin she shares. Glitz and glitter, her little shop shines. Blue trays of sea life, her work divine. With birds and butterflies, her hands make art, serving the Lord with all her heart. Every jar, every tray, every tiny wing
Carries the joy of the season, makes her spirit sing.
red and green axolotls, Christmas joy anew. She praises his name in all she'll do.
Let me show you what I did. Not too much to the extras. We'll put a little silver on there, magnets on the back of everything, trimmed everything, put the restore on everything. Now the blue ones, this one, the birds, the duck, although I did put silver on some of them, a little eye there. And this one, which I put rhinestones, I put the white UV resin on the back. That way, no matter where they're hanging, on a black refrigerator, or a stainless steel refrigerator, white refrigerator, whatever, you're going to always get that blue color now. So I just kind of like put a permanent white backing on it for you. So that came out pretty good. Happy with those. I did have to trim his tail down because I forgot to put resin all the way down that one. So he's got a little shorter tail than normal. Put some silver highlights on the little duck. That's it. Magnet on the back of that. These, I just put the little face on. They have some indentations where the eyes and the mouths go. Some gold flat back pearls on this butterfly. I didn't do anything to this butterfly because there's a lot of bubbles around the edge. Not crazy about it, but I put a magnet on the back of it. For the trees, I pulled out the gold flat back stones, the pearls, and I just did that. I didn't spray seal this one. It's not bad. It's really not that bad. It's kind of like a frosted look, so I kind of liked it, so I left it that way. But if you want your shine back, I would say do these tricks to keep bubbles out, and then spray seal everything if you want it shiny again. But if you're okay with the semi-shiny look, then that's what you're probably going to get. And then this one, same thing. I didn't spray it up because when our tree's shiny in the real world, I just put the gold on. I liked the gold and the green together today, so I did that. Here's the coaster. Well, it's not a coaster. It's a tray. It's so small. So I put a little decal on there, top coated it with UV resin, cured that, and then I put the white on the back. So that way, no matter where this sits, doesn't matter what table, tray, dresser, it doesn't matter. You'll always see the blue color. So that came out cute. I'm happy with that one. And then the axolotls, which unless you saw me pour them on the Amazon Live, this is them. I just blinged this one up in all green, stones, some candy canes on her side, stones on her feet. Then I put some holly leaves in her ears instead of anything else. Then I painted the face, I put a bow on her head, and put some rhinestones on the tips of the gills. So that one, I just wanted to pull some green in. So that's what I did with that one. And then for the green one, I wanted some gold and your traditional Christmas hat, candy cane, just stuck that in there, and a scarf around his neck. Put gold on the toes, flat back stones. They're all flat back pearls. These are not the bright shiny gold. These are like the brown, bronzy color gold. So I thought that went well with this deep color green. And then I just painted his face. So those are those. Those are all done. That's it, you guys. I haven't even gotten my gloves off my hands. I literally just finished everything. Let me grab you some beautiful pictures of everything. Thank you for joining me, you guys. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye. I totally forgot to show you the jar, you guys. Oh my gosh. I went outside to let my dogs out, and there my jar was drying. And I'm like, I ended the video. I forgot to show them the jar. So I wasn't happy with the semi-matte shininess. So I painted this with metallic marker, which I might go over again. Not happy with the outcome of that. And then I could not get the gold marker off of the red. No matter what I did, it looked really cloudy. So I took UV resin, mixed it with diamond crystal, whatever you call that, crushed crystal, and then I just UV resined a clear coat on that. Then I took it outside, I spray sealed everything, took this crushed crystal in the pump, and while the spray seal was wet, I just hit it with the crushed crystal out of the jar, out of the pump jar, and let it dry. So that is what I did with the jar. So I just painted all the ribbons in the gold and the red. The bottom is still drying because it's kind of like rainy outside today, so it's not exactly really hot. So I need to let that dry. But that's what I did with the jar. I can't believe I completely and utterly forgot to show you that. So I don't know. I'm thinking about going over that with another coat of the gold because you could kind of see the streaks on it. So other than that, it's not too bad. I didn't do anything to the sides of it other than spray seal everything. So now that's everything. Sorry about that. You probably were wondering where the heck it went. So that's where it was. Now I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face.